Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and
Hello, my dear students. Good morning once again. Dear students of class 10th, today I am going to teach you the first chapter of first flight of your English book. Dear student, one thing I want to confirm, there are two books in your English course, First Flight and Footprint. One lecture I given on the footprint. This is the second lecture on first flight. So don't be confused while doing the question answer. We are sending through the WhatsApp group. This is the first flight, first chapter, A Letter to God. Let us come to the story. My dear student, in your childhood, especially when you were 5-6-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, then I think you had strong belief in supernatural things, in God, and in your parents, in your surrounding. That could be so many things. I can't count. Strong belief you have to focus. But when we become young, we realize, if I talk about God, we realize that whenever we will call up to God, He will not be present in the form of a human being. We realize that whenever we will send any message to the God in the written format, that will not go to God, because there is no one destination of God. God is everywhere. But in childhood, that is appropriate. This story tells you about a boy, about a man, about a farmer whose name was Lancho, and how strongly faith he was in God. This story represents and motivate us to have a faith in God. So let us come and know the whole story. A Letter to God, as the title represents, and make us excited to know what was written in the letter and how did the letter reported just reach to the God, what was the answer, and who written this kind of letter. Was he a madman? So let us come and find out. The story begins with a farmer whose name was Lancho. His house was on the top of the valley, from where he could see beautiful rivers and he could see his field of corn. And his cornfield was right now just ripe up. It was near to be harvested. Only just little shower was required, and he just looked into the sky and he wanted a shower, a rain for his crops. He was thinking that if there will be rain, he will have money in the form of the drops, raindrops. So he just told to his wife that might be today rain and it will really just uplift the amount. When he will sell the crops, definitely he will get more money, because the crops will be harvested and that will produce more and more corn. So Lancho told his wife, now it might be rain today. His wife also supported by saying, let us see, it is depend on God. And what happened? Very soon the black cloud came over the sky and it started to rain. The rain came, all the family members came out from her home, from their home, and they started to celebrate the rain. The children told about the raindrops that it is just like the pearls. They were enjoying. And for the Lancho, that rain was bringing something more. But suddenly what happened? The rain changed into hailstone. The rain changed into hailstone. And because of that, all the crops shown by Lancho, the crops of corn, fully destroyed. All the flowers of corn fall down, and Lancho was in the middle of his field just weeping, got sad, because wherever how much area Lancho's eyes could see, there was nothing except hailstone. So by this way the rain changed into the hailstone and his fully crops destroyed. As Lancho was a farmer, so he was only have the one source to get money, that was agriculture, and now his all the field was destroyed. To whom Lancho can talk? To whom Lancho can beg? To whom Lancho can request? There was no one house. There was no support from any other people, because the hailstone was not only in the field of Lancho but to the entire valley. Lancho was very sad. He told his wife and children now they are going to be hungry for the whole year. It was really a pathetic condition for Lancho. Lancho was sad, so he planned to write a letter to God. As the chapter's title is a letter to God, so Lancho planned to write a letter to God, because he had strong faith in God and he thought that God will definitely help their followers. What happened then? The postman received the letter, wanted to search out the address so that he can deliver the letter to the destination. But when the postman saw on the envelope the letter address was to God, he got surprised that really it is any madman who written this kind of letters. There is no address of God. We all just have faith in God, but we don't know where the God lives. So the postman took the letter and go to the postmaster in the post office. Postmaster was a very generous kind of man, one amiable man, fat man, and he was emotional just like Lancho. So he didn't laugh only. He wanted to open the letter and to see what is there written. He opened the letter, read it properly, and he realized immediately that the man is in hope from God, that he will fulfill by God by giving him 100 pesos. But the postmaster knew it, that it is very difficult to send the letter to God, and the God will come to help him is not confirmed. So he planned to help. He didn't wanted to do anything negatively for Lancho, so that his strong faith in God could be rebuked. So what he did? He just collected money from his staff member in the form of charity. He himself denoted his half of the salary, and by different way he collected the amount. But that was a big amount asked by Lancho, 100 pesos. Pesos is a currency that is used in Latin America. Okay, so he collected 70 pesos, and the 70 pesos he just collected and just put into the envelope and wanted to send to Lancho. Before he sent it to Lancho, on the next Sunday, Lancho himself come to the post office to get confirmation that is there any letter for him. Postmaster, postman, all the employees of post office got excited to know to see the expression of Lancho when he will be given the envelope, a letter from God. Lancho got the letter and everybody was cunningly looking to Lancho to know his expression, to see his expression. Lancho was not surprised to get the letter. He immediately opened the letter, count the money. When he counted the money, it was only 70 pesos. He got angry and he was suspicious that might be this 30 pesos stolen by the employees of post office. He immediately go to the counter and asked another paper and written one letter to God again. And in that letter he wrote, God, you have given 100 pesos, I trust on you. But these employees of the post office are the bunch of crooks. They have stolen 30 pesos. So I can't survive in 70 pesos only for the whole year. So this is again my request to you to send me 30 pesos more. But please don't mail me through post office, because these are the bunch of crooks. They will again stolen my money. So please send me directly. The letter once again moved to the postmaster. Postmaster opened the letter, and when he read out the letters what was written by Lancho, he got surprised, sad that I collected money in the form of charity. I didn't want to break trust of Lancho in God, and we got blamed by Lancho that we are the bunch of crooks. So this is the ironical descriptions by Lancho, who is the main character of the chapter. Dear student, I hope you find out the whole summary of the lesson. In a very short way, I am just once again going to explain you, then I will just explain you by blackboard. What is there exactly? In a short way, there was a farmer whose name was Lancho, and who had a crop of corn and who was waiting for the rain, okay, so that the crop of the corn could be ripe very soon. After that the rain came, but it changed into hailstone that destroyed his crops, and Lancho was nothing more except the hope in the hope and faith in God. He written letter to the God. The letter go to the post office. Postman gave it to postmaster to confirm the address. Postmaster opened the letter and he found that letter was to God because of the strong faith of a man in God. He read out the letter. He just come on the solution that the farmer need money and he had trust in God. So the postmaster collected the money in the form of charity. He also denoted his own amount of the salary. But by and how he collected only 70 pesos because that was a very big amount. He put into envelope, give it to Lancho. But Lancho, on the place of being so happy, excited and surprised, he got angry. He written another letter to God, and in that letter he proved that these post office member, the employees are the bunch of crooks, and he demanded remain 30 pesos from God directly to his home. So this chapter is describing this thing. I hope you understood. Let us come to get the descriptions by the blackboard. Dear student, let us see the short summary of the chapter in different way. Lancho's crops had failed that year, and he had only a single hope, that is in God. Okay, that is why Lancho, he wrote a letter to God. Lancho wrote a letter to God. What was exactly written in the letter? Let us see. God, my crops have failed and my family is going to starve. I need some money, 100 pesos. That was exactly written in the letter. at the post office. The postman saw such a queer letter and brought it to the postmaster. Because postman was confused where to send the letter, because the address was to God. Okay, the postmaster was a man of sympathy. Keep in mind, he was a man of sympathy and understand a man like Lancho. He realized that this is only happening due to the strong faith and belief in God. After that, the postmaster collected 70 pesos in the form of charity, and this collection he given to the postmaster in the envelope. Postmaster on the coming Sunday, just on the next Sunday, came and collected the envelope that was given by God as per his view. He opened that one envelope and he found out only 70 pesos, so he got angry. The biggest shock and shame in his life was that when Lancho opened the letter, he got angry, and he got angry not on God, he got angry on the employees of the post office who supported him, who helped him. After that, Lancho returned post office employees as a bunch of thieves, as a bunch of crooks. So by this ironical way, the story over. My dear students, have faith in God, but don't have blind faith in God. This is the message of the story. Kindly do the question answer that I already have sent in the PDF, so that your writing work could also be completed. Thank you very much and have a good day.